Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another MLB talk video here. We're having a lot of fun with this one. Why did Gerrit Cole not pitch in Game 7 for the Astros? That's the question. Let me know what you guys think. I'll give you my answer, my opinion here in 1 second. But happy Halloween. I guess that's a holiday a lot of people like to celebrate. As you can tell, I am dressed as Antonio Brown. So let's get into this video. Basically, why did Gerrit Cole not pitch in Game 7? And the short answer here that all of you guys came for this video, I don't know. I really don't know. It blows my mind how bad of a decision it was for AJ Hinch to not put Gerrit Cole in the game. Like, I don't know. You know, you're playing a what-if game in baseball, right? I don't know if he would have won them the game. But my goodness, he wouldn't have let it go to what was the final score? 6-2? I tell you that. It just blows my mind how bad of a decision that was for the Astros. And, of course, that's what bit, the Astros in the butt. So you can make a funny joke if you want to right there with a funny play of words. But the point being, Gerrit Cole, one of the best pitchers, possibly a Cy Young candidate. I honestly think Justin Verlander should get it. That's a different video. But Gerrit Cole, one of the top 2 pitchers in the AL this season, had a dominating run, as you all know. And now it's Game 7. Game 7, I think we can all back it up just a little bit and say baseball's the greatest sport, right? It's the most entertaining, it's the best, whatever, okay? So we can all agree on that. And we can all agree that the World Series is, of course, the best part of baseball because it's the best 2 teams squaring off against each other to see who wins the championship. But then Game 7 even takes that a step further. This is the game of all games. This is the best moment in all of sports ever. Like, to get to a Game 7, play a Game 7, winner take all, after they just battled through, 3 games apiece, this is the moment right here. And you're not going to throw a possible Cy Young candidate, top 2 pitcher in the entire league out there for at least 1 pitch. Like, if he would have gone out there and sucked, that's a different story. But they didn't even give him the opportunity to go out there and suck. So it just blows my mind. But we're going to break it down here from a statistical standpoint, and maybe I can give you, a shining light on this situation. Of course, I would love to know what you guys think again, especially if you're an Astros fan. Like I said, I wasn't even rooting for the Astros last night, but it's crazy how AJ Hinch made that call. Let's just get into it. So here's what I can gather is, Gerrit Cole has had a dominating postseason. He's pitched in 5 games in the postseason this year. He went 4-1 in those 5 games, 36.2 innings, 21 hits. Came maybe a little bit more than he would like, but only 7 runs. That's crazy. 47 strikeouts to 11 walks. That is also crazy. He did give up 4 home runs, but you know what? Juan Soto is just really good. I tell you what. But regardless, that's an ERA of 1.72. Incredible. An opponent batting average of 165. Batted balls put in play. Batting average on balls put in play 224. An OPS of 515. That's insane, guys. I mean, you could just look at all of these numbers. Is that whip? No, win probability. Just kidding. I was like, where's whip at? But I can't find it here. The point is, great pitcher throughout the postseason. He faced, the Rays, which, okay. It's whatever there, I suppose. The Yankees are, of course, a really good team in New York. And then, of course, pitched Game 1 and Game 5 of the World Series. Now, he did pitch 7 innings at least in all 5 of those games, and he'd already pitched, a lot of innings this year, and maybe it was catching up to him. He did give up 5 earned runs in that decision in the Game 1 of the World Series. Now, is that telling that he was worn out and all that? I don't know. Again, point being, he was dominant all throughout the playoffs. He's dominant all throughout the year, and then he gives up a couple of runs in the last couple of games. And is that the reason they're not going to throw him out there? Another reason would be, again, just speculating, he pitched Game 5. Okay, so game 5 to game 7, you have the day off for travel, and then game 6, which Verlander pitched in, of course, so you've got 2 days rest. Now, he threw 110 pitches in game 5. Is that too many? Is he already sore from the season? Is it just not enough break? I don't know. But then to counteract that, he was warming up, and you didn't put him in, right? So that's where you go to at this point. You know what I'm saying? Is because it's not like they just eliminated the possibility of Cole pitching in the playoffs or in game 7 of the World Series. They said, go out to the bullpen and warm up. We're just going to keep you out there. And if this doesn't remind you of Zach Britton, I don't know what else does. I think it's hilarious. I said it in the stream last night, too. I'm like, he's literally just sitting out there in the bullpen, literally waiting to come in, and he's not going to come in. And that's literally what happened to Zach Britton. If you guys don't know that story, that joke, that's hilarious. So they use Gerrit Cole in game 5. Of course, Verlander goes in game 6, and they use a ton of pitchers, Peacock, Harris, Presley, and Davinsky, right? Here's the other thing. So it's not only that they didn't put Cole in, it's they put in Harris, right? This, to me, is even more shocking than not putting in Cole at all. Again, if you want to, suggest that Cole threw 110 pitches in game 5, he's only working on 2 days rest. Yeah, we're warming him up just to see how, he feels. Okay. But then to put in Harris blows my mind, because in game 6, which I'm looking at right here, 2 outs. He threw 2 outs, gave up 1 hit. That hit happened to be a home run to Anthony Rendon. Now, in game 7, Anthony Rendon had already hit the home run off of Greinke, and then Greinke walks the next batter, Soto, which one of those pitches could have been called a strike. It should have been called a strike. But to say, he walked him, now let's take Harris, of all people. That is just crazy to me. I mean, they've got a ton of other guys that are capable of pitching. And I guess, Harris did well in the first couple of outings. That's probably why they put him out there. And again, this is not about Harris. This is about Cole. But they put Harris out there, who gives up the home run to Rendon the day before and then tries to do the same thing the day after. And we all know how that happened. Kendrick takes it over the fence, hits the foul pole. It's a home run. Nationals take the lead. They don't look back. So it's not only that Harris was put into the game, considering the circumstances that he had already been in the day before, it's they didn't put the best pitcher in the American League out there. It is dumb. It is absolutely dumb. And then, of course, they use their entire bullpen and everyone who physically had an arm in Houston at that point. But yeah, Harris gives up 2 hits, 1 earned run, being the home run to Kendrick, does not get an out. He is the one that took the loss. Then Osuna, Presley, Joe Smith. He didn't pitch in game 6. I don't know why he wasn't considered an option. Yes, he did give up some runs, but that's not the point. The point is he wasn't considered an option. Urquidy, is that how you say that guy's name? Not a fan of the Astros, so I really don't study their names. I apologize. But, he was an option, I guess. And what did they do? They throw out Harris. I don't know. It just blows my mind. It really does. Like I said, from a statistical standpoint, it does make sense. But then you'll look at it the other way. It's game 7 of the World Series. And to not throw your best pitcher out there, because Verlander obviously throwing game 6, probably not going to go game 7. That makes a lot of sense, especially when how many pitches did Verlander throw that day? He threw 93, probably pushing it. You're not going to throw him out there for game 7, but to have another guy who could throw an inning, you would think maybe even gets out of the jam, right, in that 7th inning. Was there 1 out? I think Eaton had already gotten out in that inning. They give up the home run. They give up the walk. But, a ground ball double play gets him out of the inning. Kendrick was not that great in the World Series. He was okay, probably better than, most of the Astros. But to say that he's not a double play candidate, he probably is, or at least a ground ball candidate. It's possible. But to not throw somebody out there like that and give you a chance, that's just bad managing. And as you guys all know, it ultimately ended in a loss for the Astros. So, do you throw him out there or not? I'd love to see what you say. I think you have to throw him out there. Like a lot of people have said, actually, it's not just me. You win or you lose by throwing your best pitcher out there, right? If they go out there and hit Cole, okay, you lose, right? Maybe Kendrick still hits the home run off of Cole, but at least you give yourself a chance by throwing the best pitcher, not throwing up a guy who just gave up a home run yesterday. It just doesn't make sense to me. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you guys next time.